In Virginia, they have this amusement park called King's Dominion. And they got this ride called the Dominator. Maybe if I was a little younger, count me out. Now, if you're looking for that motherfucking ride that your stomach can be one with your ass, this is the ride for you. With several loops around this motherfucker, you better have an empty stomach. Now, if you afraid of coming out of your seat, then this ride ain't for you. If you didn't use the bathroom before getting on this motherfucker, I recommend you do. But for me, count me out. Now, if your stomach can make it through all these sharp turns and these loops, then you are a winner. But if not, then somebody behind you might be the chicken dinner. With this roller coaster reaching almost up to 80 miles an hour, it's no joke. All I'm gonna say is say a prayer before you get on this motherfucker. Make sure you ain't got nothing in your pockets. Count me out. Would you get on this motherfucker? All I'm gonna say is count me out. Oh, hell no. Do you see this drop? This right here is Ferry 325. And oh yes, you're gonna have to wait for your adrenaline rush because you have to travel up this long ass hill on this track. Talking about getting a little bit closer to meeting your maker. Actually becoming one with the clouds. The further you go up, the more your food drops from your belly to your ass. All I'm gonna say on this one, count me out. Now, once you get past that drop of doom, the rest of the roller coaster ride is kind of outstanding. As this roller coaster got you going highways and byways, flipping this way and that way, over here and over there, but goddammit, you better check your underwear. All I'm gonna say is count me out. I couldn't do it. Have you tried the Fury 325? I'm just gonna go on motherfucking record and say count me out. Not only do this motherfucker go fast, but it ain't safe. Now here comes where the real action begins. Because now you're starting to move at the speed of lightning. But to be traveling on that little ass rail, count me out. Can't do it. Call me whatever you want. But just know, this motherfucker won't be getting on something like that. And if you been on that motherfucker, you a good motherfucker. So what in the Final Destination do we have here? Cedar Point Amusement Park is almost finished with they fuck around and find out. This ride right here, you possibly couldn't catch me on this motherfucker. And if you one of them motherfuckers walking past and not paying attention and decide to get on it, beware. I hope you ain't one of them motherfuckers that scarf down all that amusement park food because you gonna be in for a treat. The fact that this motherfucker hangs down in that position for a long period of time is just ludicrous. If you ride this motherfucker, you better sit in the back so don't nothing hit you in your head. Have fun now. The fact that they decided to release this ride the same year as Final Destination is absurd. Makes you think of all the wrong things that can happen if you get on this motherfucker. What if that handbar come up? What if it gets stuck in this position and can't move? What if you're sitting in the front and everybody behind you gets sick and start to earl? All I'm gonna say is count me out. Let me know if you've been on this motherfucker or if you plan to ride it. I see somebody that lost their rabbit ass mind. Now, would you climb a staircase that's hanging off the side of a cliff? I want y'all to meet China's Skyladder. Or in other words, the world's most dangerous staircase. With over 4,000 steps. With these staircases being on a 90-degree angle, watch out. Now, the height of this is over 4,700 feet above sea level. In other words, one false move, it's a hell of a drop. Now, they say it takes approximately 3 hours to make it up this tall ladder. It's all about your endurance and your willingness to make it to the top. Some even say when the wind blows, the ladder sways like no other. Now, for those that are afraid of heights, they have rest points. But keep in mind, you are still in the sky. And some even say looking down is not recommended because you might get a little woozy. Now, me personally, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm not willing to meet my maker yet. But hey, would you be willing to climb up these stairs? All I want to know, if there's a weight limit, because we're talking about a roller coaster with no rails, no brakes, riding off gravity. So when you start off, it's real simple. You're just going up some tracks to get to where you need to get to. Then gravity takes control. No rails, no brakes. The first section is a breeze, but when you make it to that second section, ooh wee, that's when things start to get interesting. So now you make it to the second set of rails, and here comes the fun part. Gravity once again takes control. No rails, no brakes. Ooh wee, did your stomach turn? Ooh, did it turn again? Did you eat before you got on this motherfucker? I'm more worried that it might flip over. Now they say it depends on the weight, on how smooth or how rough this ride can be. So how much do you have to weigh to get on this thing? Now I'm pretty sure majority of y'all will say, oh yeah, I'll ride that. That looks smooth. But I'm just not into riding something that has no rails. But once again, somebody clearly done lost their damn mind. Like, I don't even know who comes up with ideas like this. Look at this shit. All I want to know is, would you get on something like this? You get up to the top, they roll you out, and you like, hold on, wait, where the hell is the rest of the track? You're a little confused, but all of a sudden it starts to tilt, and you like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. Are we strapped in? Edith, I'm coming to join you, Edith. Like you couldn't pay me to be tilted upside down and to hang there for a long period of time before you drop me? Don't eat before getting on this motherfucker. Like, nope, there's no way that you can pay me to get on a ride that hangs downward for a period of time before it takes off. No way, no how, no baloney. Tell Tony I said no. But all seriousness, would you get on a roller coaster like this? So it's one thing to go across a suspension bridge in a vehicle, but walking, count me out. This right here is the Royal George Bridge in Colorado, America's tallest suspension bridge that you can walk across this motherfucker. Now, even though this motherfucker is almost 1,000 feet above the Arkansas River, they still warn motherfuckers to not try to fish. And not to mention, but the Royal George train rides underneath this motherfucker. You literally have to be a special kind of motherfucker to want to walk across this motherfucker. And the sights you see when you look down, oh my God, count me out. If it's a windy day, I wouldn't even think about walking across this motherfucker. And if you a motherfucker that's afraid of heights, then this bridge is not for you. And don't worry about the wood on the bridge, because it's been there for a long time. Now, if you think I'm going to walk across this motherfucker, you can count me out. Did a UFO just appear over Austin, Texas? Allegedly, there's been multiple sightings around the Austin area of a UFO sighting over a cemetery. Now, allegedly, this is supposed to be a UFO hornet's nest that people have been spotting in Texas over a cemetery. Mysterious lights in the sky have people questioning everything. Some people are wondering if this is real or is it a hoax? Do aliens really exist, or is this just another AI hoax? After jumping into that rabbit hole, I've confirmed several videos are out there showing UFO spottings in Texas this week. Some of the videos I've seen witness people excited, while others are saying that, hey, it might be an alien invasion about to happen. Videos from Houston show several UFOs circling the moon. As multiple resources reports, it's not airplanes, it's UFOs. Don't tell me ET about to come touch down on us. So it's a video going around right now circulating the internet of an Elmo balloon floating. A paranormal being or a spirit inside of a balloon going up the stairs by itself? Look at this. Now I want y'all to look at this. Mind you, the dog is barking. Dogs don't bark unless they sense something. But this balloon is literally walking up the stairs by itself. Shit crazy, man. If y'all want to, what I want y'all to do is to put Elmo balloon in your search box. And then go over there and look at this video. And then check out the comments, because people in the comments think this is a game when balloons don't mysteriously walk up the stairs by themselves. So the lady stated her son wanted a balloon. So she went and bought a balloon from Party City, came back home with it. Noticed that the balloon started doing some weird shit on its own, which she decided to get a video camera and record this shit. I don't know about y'all, but this some scary shit. Elmo walking up the stairs by himself. Finally, after a week of waiting, Betsy and Gene Hackman's death has finally been revealed. An autopsy was performed on both of them, and these are the findings of what they came up with.
For Miss Betsy Hackman, aged 65 years, is hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. The manner of death is natural. Autopsy examination and full body postmortem CT demonstrated no findings of trauma internally or externally, with microscopic findings consistent with hantavirus pulmonary syndrome.
So in other words, the cause of death was natural. Now for Gene Hackman, the reports are in for him as well.
For Mr. Gene Hackman, aged 95 years, is hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease with Alzheimer's disease as a significant contributory factor.
So what we all thought was really suspicious turns out to just be natural causes of death. Gene Hackman's family, the case now can be closed. Once again, my thoughts and prayers go out to Gene Hackman's family. I've been seeing several videos about people eating mermaids. Yes, I did say mermaid. Now, allegedly, mermaids are a party food for a certain group of people. Now, allegedly, the super rich have a favorite food, and it's mermaids. I've been seeing videos circulating around talking about people eating mermaids and shit, and is mermaids real? Now, most people catch exotic fish, but mermaids? So you telling me it's a human being with a fish out there in the ocean swimming around? So you telling me they actually finding mermaids in the ocean and fishing them out and then eating them like they caviar? So I guess you gotta ask yourself, where are they serving these mermaids at? Are they undisclosed big parties for the 1 percentile? Because again, you gotta be super rich to be eating mermaids. Does anyone else find this kind of strange that people are eating mermaids like caviar? What if you get invited to a party and they got mermaid on the menu? When I think of mermaids, I think about the Little Mermaid. So are duendes real? Allegedly, this lady from Utah states that her son and husband been seeing norms running around the backyard. You know, these little things. Now, she called it a norm because she didn't know what else to call it. I want y'all to check this out.
My husband and my son, he's 12, he's almost 13, they have noticed that there has been a weird little gnome.
So you know I had to jump down that rabbit hole. El Duendes is a small humanoid that is said to dwell in people's homes, sometimes being a nuisance and other times helping out with small household chores. They are known to wear a large hat, but they do not always wear clothes. Sometimes people leave gifts for them so they do not provoke a duende. If provoked, a duende will follow you and bother you for the rest of your life or until you get rid of it. So you're telling me little people like trolls are running around people's backyard? You're telling me people are leaving money outside for a duende? At this point, I don't know what to believe anymore. First it was mermaids, now it's duendes. U.S. luxury brands have long stood for exclusive craftsmanship and sky-high price tags. But now China is flipping the script. Chinese manufacturers are producing near-perfect replicas of luxury goods. Fast, cheap, and scarily accurate. These aren't just knockoffs, they're exposing just how inflated U.S. luxury prices are. Many consumers are asking, why pay thousands of dollars when the $200 version looks and feels identical? With social media reviews going viral, even die-hard brand loyalists are even reconsidering. China's speed to market and digital supply chain are making U.S. brands look slow and overpriced. Meanwhile, American companies struggle with legacy costs and inflation markups. This isn't just about counterfeits. It's about transparency. Consumers are waking up, asking, is luxury really about quality or just a simple logo? China isn't just copying luxury, it's exposing it. So I guess you gotta ask yourself, are you gonna change the way you spend your American dollar? If you can do the motherfucking crime, you can do the motherfucking time.
Staff my dish. Most even down at the station did not disagree.
Like, what the fuck you sitting there crying for? If you did the crime, you do the time. You should have thought about the outcome before you decided to do the shit that you did.
He had made an oral threat, and as a result of her attempting to call the police is when he admits that he took out a knife and he did stab her.
So because she wanted to call the police to get him to leave, he pulled out a knife and stabbed her? Like, what type of shit be going through motherfuckers' mind? You got a whole life to live and you worried about one situation? Walk away from that shit and live to see another day. Now they about to throw the book at your motherfucking ass.
Domestic homicide or someone. I'll set the bond up at 2.5 million.
Bond set at 2.5 million? Count me out. You can see how he responded that he knew he wasn't getting out that motherfucker. And probably nobody he knows gonna have that type of money to get his ass out. But what took place next will shock the shit out of you. That motherfucker said, what? That's a bold statement to make in court. Then this shit happened. The person that he unalived, family, they ain't having that shit. They give two damns that they in a court of law. From the looks of it, this motherfucker not gonna make it. And with an upcoming court date on the 14th, will he make it?